Hi everyone, welcome back to Yadi Code. In this video, I am going to show you how to create a simple temperature converter using the Tkinter package in Python. So this is a bit more advanced compared to the previous videos I've made, but if the gods of coding come to me and say, make a video about Tkinter, I make a video about Tkinter. But seriously though, I recently completed a tutorial on realpython.com about using the Tkinter package, and it just made sense to solidify everything I've learned by making a video. Briefly about Tkinter, it's a package in Python which allows you to create graphical user interfaces or GUIs, which is essentially everything that a front-end user would interact with when it comes to computer programming. Everything on my screen right now, including my menu, if I were to click this, it's possible because of GUI. But at the back end of all of this, it's actually just code, ones and zeros. One of the big pros of Tkinter is that it's cross-platform, meaning the same code on Mac works on Windows, Linux, and because of this, it's a quick, package to learn how to use because it means you can make functional apps and just distribute them across different platforms without worrying, if it will work or not. So now I'm just going to jump into the code that I did for this temperature converter. To design this app, I just created one file in PyCharm. This is the website I mentioned earlier, realpython.com. You can check it out. It was very useful. The first thing we usually do when we're designing apps or anything really is to import the relevant libraries or packages. So here I've imported Tkinter, which is the only one that we need. And I've given it a nickname, GUI or GUI, which means whenever I decide to make reference to this package throughout my code, I don't have to call the actual word, but just use the nickname. In a lot of cases, this is useful, when you import packages that have long names, like a TensorFlow Keras processing or something. In that case, you definitely need a shorter way to reference it so you don't keep typing out this long word. Now, the first thing you need to do when you're creating an app is to create a window, and that's what's going to hold everything. It's like the foundation. And you simply do that by saying window equal Tkinter, but it's my nickname, so GUI.tk. And I've given it a title, windows.title, right here, temperature converter. All this is just some, functions or just different settings for my window, such as the size. Since it's a converter, I don't want it to be resizable. I just want a small thing. So I've set the resizable function to false. I've changed the default background to this chocolate off black type color using some hex code right here, and just other things such as the size of the window. Now, inside your window, you can arrange different widgets such as labels, entry boxes, frames, anything really that would let you interact with the app. I didn't really need to have more than 2 frames, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I figured it made sense to show you. A frame would be like a smaller window inside the window, and then within that frame, you can put other things, and it just helps to organize everything on the window. So my first frame, creatively called frame 1, I simply create it by saying GUI.frame, and again, I've changed the background color. If I didn't want to change the color, if I wanted the default color, I would just have GUI.frame, open and close bracket, and that's it. Now within my frame, I'm going to add different widgets, and a widget can be a label, which is like just a text to display something, or it could be an entry box, so you can actually get the user to input some text, or it could be a button so that the user can click it. So for my design, I've created within my first frame a label to just display something. It's getting hot in here. I didn't need to do that, but like I said, and these are just the settings for it. So my font, background color, and foreground color. Foreground refers to the color of the font itself, and background would be what's behind the font. Now, when you've created your label or your widget, whatever type it is, you need to find a way to actually put it into your foundation. And you do that using several functions such as grid or pack or place. In this case, we're using grid, which is very beginner friendly. Essentially, when you use grid, it splits the entire frame or window into rows and columns. And then you can decide if you want to place it in the first row, the first column, the last row, the last column. Now in computer programming, we start counting from 0. So even though you see row 0 or column 0, it actually means the first row and the first column. So that's what I've done. I've placed my first label in my first frame, in the first row and the first column. And sticky means what position do you want it? Do you want it north, south, east, or west? I've selected all of them because I want it to kind of go in all directions so it has a perfect fit. And finally, after putting my label within my frame, I now need to put my frame within my window. And I do that using the same grid function, and I'm putting it in the first row and the first column of my window. After the first frame, I decided to create a second frame, creatively called frame 2. And this frame is just going to hold everything else for the app. So it's going to contain a label called Fahrenheit, an entry box for the user to input, whatever figure they want, a convert button, and then a label that displays the result. And as I mentioned before, you create a frame by saying GUI.frame, and then my label, I'm going to say label Fahrenheit so I know what it is. And you create that saying GUI.label. And now we're going to just make some specifications. So master means what frame do you want it to go to, or what part of the the window. In this case, I say frame 2, so it knows that it doesn't go to frame 1. A text is what text do I want to display. Background, foreground, as I mentioned before. And then as usual, you need to use grade, place, or pack to actually put it in the label, in the frame. Then my entry box is created. It's similar to how you create everything else, except you say .entry, and then you put your specifications in brackets. Following that, I'm going to do my convert button. And, it's kind of repetitive at this point. You just declare what you want by saying GUI.button.entry.label. Finally, after I've packed everything on the screen, I now need to find a way to display this app. And I do that using window.mainLoop. And this will pretty much run the entire app until I decide to close it. So let's see what it looks like. Here we go. Really small temperature converter. It's getting hot in here. Fahrenheit, entry box, convert Celsius. Let's see if it works. It does not. Let's go back to PyCharm. It does not work because there's nothing in the code that says when you press convert, this is what you should do, or this is what the computer should do. So we're going to scroll back to the top of the code, and I'm going to uncomment this code that I had before. So essentially what I did was create a function called convert, and this will tell the program what to do when the user press convert. So in this function, I've just said, created a variable, and this variable is called value. And what it does, it's whatever the user puts into the entry for Fahrenheit. And I do that using entry Fahrenheit.get. So if the user puts 5, value is going to be 5. If the user puts 50, value is going to be 50, and so forth. After retrieving this value, the function will then calculate the Celsius using this formula, which is the standard formula. It's value minus 32 multiplied by 5 upon 9. And then whatever this value is, it's then going to amend the label for Celsius to insert this value rounded down to 2 decimal places. Let's see if it works now. Here we go. Let's try 60. It still does not work. Even though we've created a function called, convert, there's nothing that says we should connect this function to the convert button. So we're going to scroll back down to our button convert that we created, and we're now going to edit it by saying whenever convert is selected, it's going to be a command, and you're going to assign that command the convert function. Let's see what happens now. Here we go. Let's try my favorite 50. And it works. It converts it to 10 degrees Celsius. You notice that the window resized in order to show you the result. And if we change this to 100, it also changes, so we know that it's very interactive. Let's try a negative number, -40, which is the temperature at which both are even, and it's the same thing. And there you go, a perfectly working temperature converter created using Tkinter in Python. Very simple, very functional, and of course I was able to do a bit of personalization by changing the default colors. Thank you so very much for watching this video. I'm going to put the link to my GitHub profile in the description so that you could copy this code and fool around with it on your computer if you'd like. Thanks again for watching, and see you in the next video.